Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today we're going to be previewing the Houston Astros series against the Minnesota Twins. The Astros trying to get back on track after getting swept by the San Francisco Giants. And I think this is a great series to do it against the Minnesota Twins, a team that hasn't been amazing so far. They're 2-4, and two of their wins are against the White Sox. And, not only that, but on Monday got absolutely crushed by them 9-0. And the pitcher that was responsible for most of those runs that the White Sox scored on Monday is going to be pitching the last game of this series. That's Chris Paddock. So I'm confident in the Astros in this series. The reason I say this is I think statistically this offense has proven they're better on the road than they're at home. And so that's another reason why I'm more confident in this team. But also the fact that they're going up against some really bad pitching. Joe Ryan, I think, is a really excellent pitcher. You're going to see him today versus Hunter Brown, and so that's the one game I would worry about with facing starting pitching with this Astros lineup facing, Joe Ryan. But at the same time, you got Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros was excellent. Last time we saw him only giving up 200 runs in 6 innings with 9 strikeouts. So. Makes me more confident than Hunter's on the mound for the Astros, and the Astros should try to, get him his first win of the season. Last time he was out there, he pitched excellent, but his offense didn't back him up. Of course, that's been the story most of the season so far. But so I think with the weak pitching the Astros are facing in this series for the not today, but Saturday and Sunday. Weird thing with this series, and this was supposed to happen last year, as well. But it didn't happen because there was some rain postponement, and they changed it. Last year, the Astros played in Minnesota. They were supposed to play a Thursday game, a Friday off day, a Saturday, and a Sunday game. And I want to say Thursday in Minnesota, whenever it was, there was bad rain, and then they ended up playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, no, as far as I know, no rain in Minnesota today. They're going to play Thursday, and then off day on Friday tomorrow, and then Saturday, Sunday. So that's how this series is going to go. I think it's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. I think it'd be nice to see the guys have a day off. It's you know what, and especially look. I know this is a long shot, but if this offense gets hot today, if they finally start to bring in runs and get hot. I think it'd be nice to see them have an off day because in the past, when we've seen them get hot a game or two, they'll kind of cool off a little bit. So maybe an off day would be key for this offense if they have a good day today. But yeah, I want to look at some matchups here for the Astros batters going up against the starting pitchers that the Twins have out there in this series because the Astros do have some good numbers against these pitchers. Chris Paddock, the guy who's starting in the last game of the series, Jose Altuve's 2 for 5 against him. Chas is 1 for 1. Jake is 1 for 2 against him, and that's really it. But then there's other guys, the other guys that the Twins have in this series going up, like Joe Ryan, who's starting today for the Twins. Yordan Alvarez has a lot of success against him. I know he sent him deep at least once. Now, unfortunately, Chas McCormick not in the lineup today. I know it's so weird to say Chas McCormick unfortunately not in the lineup, but he's actually not been that bad this year. 2 for 7. You compare that to Jake Myers and Mauricio Dubon, 2 for 7 with a couple walks is not that bad actually. But Joe Ryan, who's on the mound today, Altuve's 2 for 9 against him. Yordan Alvarez is 4 for 12 against him. Not just 1 home run, 3 home runs, and 7 RBIs for Yordan going up against Joe Ryan. Victor Caratini, who's in the lineup at catcher today, is 1 for 3 with a walk against Joe Ryan. And then Yainer Diaz, who's not in the lineup today, but is 2 for 3 against Ryan. Dubon is in the lineup today, 1 for 4 against him with a double. I talked about Chas McCormick. This is unfortunate. I mean, Chas is 3 for 10 against him with a home run and 2 RBIs. I know Chas has not been amazing, but to me, he's been better than Jake Myers and Mauricio Dubon. So that's one thing. How about Isak as well? Home run against him, and nine at bats, 3 hits for Isak. Jeremy Pena's 2 for 12. Brendan Rodgers in the lineup today. He's 2 for 6 with a homer on Joe Ryan. So the Astros offense has 6 home runs off of Joe Ryan. Now, exclude Chas McCormick because he's not in the lineup today, but you include all the guys that are in the lineup today. Since Jordan has 3, 3 different Astros have sent Joe Ryan deep. Rogers, Isak, and Jordan, but Jordan 3 times. Then if you include Chas, who's not in the lineup today, that's 4. So yeah, that's really nice. And Jordan Alvarez as well against the Bailey Ober, who is pitching the second game of this series. Jordan has sent him yard twice. This Astros team has had a lot of success hitting in Minnesota, and that's why I think I'm confident in this offense getting hot in Minnesota as well, is because they've had really nice success offensively in Minnesota. So that gives me a little bit of hope as well. But this should be a fun series. And going up against the first time I mentioned Carlos Correa. Going up against Carlos Correa, who's been struggling offensively really badly. He hasn't put up outside of the playoff series the Astros faced him in, he has not put up amazing numbers against this Astros team. That will probably change just because I said that. You got the announcers jinx. Well, you got the you got the YouTube Astros. You got the Astros YouTuber jinx. But yeah, I think that Carlos Correa. I want to see him have a great season, but maybe he can get hot after these 3 games are over. But still love Carlos. Let me know your thoughts on the Astros series against the Twins. I'm going to go ahead and say the Astros grab 2 of 3 or get a sweep. I don't know. I know this offense has showed us nothing so far that they are capable of doing. They haven't showed us anything amazing yet. But I look at the pitchers the Astros face on Saturday and Sunday and how bad they were to start their seasons against offense that are really bad as well. Or the Cardinals aren't terrible, but they scored 9 runs when Ober was out there. I know all 9 of those runs weren't given up by him, but Bailey Ober, only went 3, didn't even go 3 innings, and gave up a solid amount of those runs, and then with Chris Paddock, he gave up 6-7 runs against the White Sox the other day. So I'm confident in the Astros offense when going up against pitchers like that. Joe Ryan, I don't know. That's going to be a harder matchup, but it definitely makes it better that Hunter Brown's on the mound for you going up against him. Let me know your thoughts on this series in the comment section, and peace out.